Okay. We are trying another technique for streaming today. So we'll see if this helps. Check. 1, 2. Looks like the audio is working fine. Guess we'll find out. Cool. All right. Okay. So, I found that ChatGPT is better at technical things. Maybe Claude is better for like creative writing. But honestly, why are people using AI for creative writing? That is something I don't understand. But ChatGPT works great for this kind of thing. I'll switch back and forth between Claude, when it makes sense, and we'll see. Yeah. Okay. So where we were was we have the image, we have these buttons in the image gallery working. What I would like to do is visually they should, like, when these buttons are not really usable, they should be kind of gray out a little bit, but they should still be clickable. And then when you own it, they're like more visible. Yeah, and there's like, oh, and the like, it needs to show if you've already liked the image or not, like there's kind of a lot that needs to happen here, but it's okay. So to like something, what you were doing is you were adding an image to a collection, and my thought is that every user is going to have a default collection called likes. And so if you want to favorite it, you can just favorite it, but you can also have like custom collections, so you could add it to a custom collection, but we're not going to mess with that right now. Right now it's just going to be favorites. And then on your user page, people will be able to see your favorites. You'll be able to use your user page to like show off your favorites. That's the idea. It should be relatively straightforward. Just have to think it through carefully. So, on the database, we have collection. A collection has an owner. It has a list of images. Favorited. And you can you can favorite a collection. Yeah. You can favorite a collection. Yeah. And the collection has a name and a description. And I need to be able. All right, we'll worry about indexes later. But basically, every user will have a favorites collection created for them the first time that they favorite something. Yep. And the user has collections. So they have a list of collections that they have favorited, and they have a list of collections that they've created. So you have collections you made, and you have collections you've favorited. So you can collect collections. I think that covers like everything that I need to cover for a long time. So right now the API does not give any access to collections. So I'm thinking, do we need a new router for collections? I think so. So we're gonna make, I'm just gonna copy one of these existing routers, and it's gonna be collections router.ts. This helps keep things organized. And it's gonna be basically t dot, come on, don't make me type all this out. Like image. Or is it favorite image? And you have to be authenticated. Yeah, this is DB. Yeah, so you need to be authenticated. Image db.image.findUnique, where ID is input. So now we have the image. Image not found. Yeah, the AI is starting to really understand how I organize my code. So this is really nice. If image.public cannot like public images, that doesn't make sense. If image is not public, cannot like private images. Or maybe, I mean, you can still like them, they won't show up, you know? Yeah. Yeah, and now it's like, I don't quite understand, the AI is not quite, so, existing likes collection equals, let's just call it existing, so I don't have to type that out again. Existing, it's going to be db.collection.find find first where the owner ID is ctx.user.id and the name is likes. Yep. If there's no existing we're going to make one. db.collection.create. Data. You know what I'm trying to do. Connect. Name likes. Description. Can just be empty. Favorited. This stuff. ID. Images. Owner. Connect. ID. Await. Await. Yeah, I like that. So if we have a collection that exists, then we handle it here. If they don't have a likes collection, we're going to make one for them. And now we're going to add this image. So we're going to say await db. Oh, well, actually first, before you can like it, I have to check to make sure you own it. So I'm just going to copy the code I used before, which is going to be under creations, upscaled. Okay. Be right back. I wonder if this stream is any better. It seems to be better. It's not, it's dropped no frames. So that's nice. It's using 2% of the CPU. It's going 30 FPS. Yeah, so the problem is something that the problem is like the Wi-Fi on the laptop is being saturated. I don't know. but this dream is working, so. Cool. Okay, so I need to query the image, but I need to include image purchases. And then image.imageRequest.userID. Yeah. So I'm finding image purchases where I'm the user that purchased it. And I'm also getting the user ID of the image request. And yeah, this is really slick. So if you haven't purchased, if you didn't make it and you haven't purchased it, then you must unlock the image first before it can be added to before it can be liked. Yeah. So this is basically, I'm making sure that I own it first. This is making sure it exists, and this is making sure that I own it. Now, if there's a likes collection already, then we use this. If not, we create one. Let's actually just rename this to likes collection. Okay. So now I just add it. db.no collection dot modify add db.collection. Yeah, exactly. Update where likes collection dot id data images connect id input. and that adds it to the adds it, and it's done. That's it. I'm trying to think if I need to do anything else. I want to do some kind of a notification system, and I'm trying to. So this is where I would have a notification. Like, hey, someone liked your image, for example. But I think that it could be outside of the scope of what I need to worry about right now. I could go ahead and start thinking about it though. So like for in the Prisma schema, I would have a model, which is like an event. Type data could just be a JSON. And notify users. So this is a list of users that should be notified or that the event is relevant for. The problem is that now the users are sharing and they're sharing one event object in the database, and I need some way to track what notifications the user has already seen or has interacted with, like if I have some kind of notification feed. You could do something really simple where you check like when was the last time that they logged in. Yeah. Yeah, it's good enough. Like when a user likes an image, we create an event which could be visible. I'm trying to think like what's the most simple way to implement this. I think this is it. I just have events that get created when things happen, and then I have a script that runs like once an hour and grabs all the events that have happened since the last time it ran that haven't where the users have not been notified, and it loads each user and it checks like how should I notify this user. Have they disabled notifications so they don't want to receive notifications, things like that. If I should notify them, I email them or I send them a text message or whatever, and then it does all that and then it marks them as notified. And then in the profile, like on the website, we can have a feed where it loads all the events that are linked to your account and shows them in a chronological list. The only problem is like if I like an image, I don't necessarily want to get an email. So, but it would be good to have that in your kind of event like history. So we need another list of we need another list of you could also have in the script that's checking the notify users and it's saying in the data, if the type is liked image, and then the data would be like image liked by. You could also have like the source user. There's a few different ways to handle it. I'm just like thinking through all the different ways you could handle this. I think origin user. No, that's not right. So we have notify event. There should be notify events. And it's event like this. Fix my Prisma schema. I need the user model to hold a list of events and notify events. Which are using the event model. Yeah, something like that. It can fix it and it understands all this stuff. Oh yeah, baby. Yep. Nope, it broke itself again. And then event. Here's fixed event. Yeah, see, it really understands. It really understands this. Done. Yep. So you have the origin user and you have the notify users. So the origin user is always just going to be one person and they're probably not going to be notified. And then the notify users is going to be whoever needs to be notified that something happened. Yep. So here I would say db, I need to call yarn db up, and this will update the database with the new schema. Should be fine. db dot, let's say await db dot event dot create data. The type is going to be liked image. Data JSON is going to be, yeah, and we can even do, like, we can even go ahead and define enums. Event type, enum, event type. So liked image, added image to collection, unlocked image. Same thing. I'm calling it unlocked instead of purchased. Purchased points. We don't really need, I need to think about that. I need to think about that. But, you know, we're getting there. Data type liked JSON.stringify. Created at ID, notify, origin user. Origin user is optional. Interesting. Yeah. And notify users. Yeah. Beautiful. And origin user ID. Yeah, we're good. Looks good. And the data is going to be like what data is whatever is specific to this type of event. So image ID would be the input, right? This is too much. But I could do something like I add that, like, oh, you just got a new like. By the way, this image has 300 likes. Yeah, I could do that, but this is good enough. Yeah, so we update we find the likes collection if they already have one. If they don't, we create one for them, and then we add this image to that list, basically. Yeah, I like that. And I guess I should do an unlike image. I feel like the AI could do this pretty good. I feel like the AI is just going to crank this out. I'm going to give it a second. I don't think I need to check ownership. I just need to check if unliked image. Do we need to notify someone when people unlike their image? I don't think so. I do not think so. How's the stream doing? We have not dropped any frames. No problems. And this is more complicated. I'm actually streaming. I'm streaming the video feed to my Mac laptop where everything is being captured and composed in OBS. And then I'm streaming from the Mac OBS via a direct Ethernet connection to the Windows OBS. And the Windows OBS is sending it to YouTube. And this works better for some reason. I guess because the Wi-Fi chip is maxed out. The Wi-Fi bandwidth is maxed out on the MacBook. That's the only thing I can think of. I don't know. But yeah, it seems to be working, so I'm not going to complain. DB event create. Yeah, so we're creating the unliked image. Yeah, unlike image, like image. And we're going to also have add image to collection, remove image from collection. Maybe I'll just have, I mean, maybe that would be better to have an add remove from collection. And the problem then, yeah, I mean, maybe it should just be, because liking and unliking is the same as adding and removing something from a collection. It's basically identical. So the only difference is that I might want to have a limit on the number of collections that an account can have. Like there's a few more checks that need to happen. But all the other logic is the same. I need to have more like if else, like, oh. It would make the function a lot more complicated. Yeah. It would like double the size of the function. So I'm just going to keep it like this for now. Yeah. Check 1, 2. Cool. Fiddle UI. So now back on the UI side, when I click this like button, we're going to call like on the server. So we're on the image gallery and we have favorite, like image. User yeah. How do I do the heart outline? Favorite. I always forget the freaking syntax. It's like, what's the syntax for quasar outlined material icons. It's like, what? Really? I'm pretty sure that's not it, but okay, let's try it. Yeah, that's not it. No, that's not it. It's like OL space. No, dude, okay. Quasar icons. What are, okay. Material symbol. It's sim underscore o underscore. Of course. Yeah. The outlined version. I like the outlined version. That makes more sense to me. And what about edit? Is there an outlined version of the edit button? There is. Is there an outlined version of the download button? I think I like the normal one. Yeah. And then like image. Methods. Like image. This dot user liked image. This dot API dot. Oh, I never registered the collections router. So I need to go to the root router and register the collections router. Now collections dot like image dot mutate, and the input is this dot current image ID. Else. Yeah. Exactly. It's really that simple. And now when I click this, it will call. Oh. Whoa. Server's not even running. And we're back. So now I need an endpoint that is going to tell me if a specific image is a favorite image. I thought maybe I should just do one query that gets the full list of all the favorites, right? The problem is that now I have to manage this locally cached list and keep it in sync with the server. And it's easier to just do a very quick request to the server on a case-by-case basis and keep things as simple as possible on the client. Yeah. And maybe in the future we could do some advanced stuff if it really would be beneficial. For example, when I load up a list of images, I could go ahead and cache if they're favorites or not, like, right? Yeah. But I need to, in the same way that every time you go to an image, I'm checking if I can download the HD version, I need to do that exact same thing, but I'm checking if it's if this image is favorited or not. So on the server collections router, user image in users collection. And the input is going to be an object where the name is a z.string and image ID is a z.string. Yep. Image in users collection. If there's no user, collection db.collection.find first, where collection where the owner ID is the logged in user and the name is the input.name and the images some ID. Yep. Yeah. Image in users collection. And this means to turn it into a true or false. Also, I want to can you add a check to ensure that the user can't like an image if it's already inside the user's likes collection. Just show me the modified lines. So if there's no likes collection, then we're gonna make one. Else, if it's already liked, yeah, that's exactly right. We're just checking if there's some image inside the existing collection where the ID is the input. Exactly. Input.name, input.image ID. Yeah. So you can't add an image to your likes collection multiple times. Unlike image. If there's no likes collection, yeah. If the yeah. I like it. I like it. Like image, image in users collection. Okay. Now back on the front end, when we are, let's go to think current image ID and handler. Immediate. Come on. What is the syntax? You don't need this. This dot user liked image is equal to this dot API dot collections dot image in users collection dot query, and it requires image ID, which is val. Oop. And it requires the name, which is likes. Yes. And await that, make this async, and we're golden. User liked image. So basically, when the image ID changes, call the image in users collection endpoint on the server with the name, likes, and the current image ID, and that's going to return true or false, and that's going to set the user liked image. And that should be a very fast query. That should be, so it should be done. I mean, this should be working now. I need to @click.native.stop. And you must unlock the image first before it can be liked. Okay, well, according to what I'm looking at, I created this image. So it's calling, you must unlock the image first before it can be liked. You must unlock the image first before it can be liked. So image.imageRequest.userID context.userID. So I'm really curious to see what? What? Yeah. True. Oh, I see. So if the user ID is not, yeah, equal to and the image purchases dot length is equal to 0. Yeah, so my check was backwards. Because I just copied and pasted it and didn't really read it. Hey, it's working. It just didn't light up the way I wanted it to light up. And image gallery, favorite button color, text dot accent. User liked image. Nice. Mm-hmm. If I set the network to be slow, yeah, exactly. Nice. So it works. Now what? You can like images. If you don't own it, it doesn't stick. Yep, because I don't own it. So I need to. if you don't own it, I need to like basically give a pop-up. Just like I do for edit. I basically need yeah, I'm just gonna just copy and paste, baby. Like image dot view. Even though it's not pretty, and just change the name. Like image. I actually we're just gonna say on OK click. Like image. And we're gonna say over here, like image if true. If the user doesn't own the image, we're gonna spawn a dialog. Create component is gonna be like image. Component props is gonna be image. It's fine. So if I don't own it and I click like image, you've not unlocked this image. Unlock this image to access full resolution display like and add the image to custom collections on your profile. Full resolution display without a watermark. Download the original source image as well as a 4K upscale suitable for printing. Access the original prompt and model details, including the C necessary for creating similar images. Yeah. And then you click unlock image and it's the same. You've not unlocked this image. And when you click unlock, in this case, I want to trigger on OK click. Oh, the K is capitalized? Is that, I guess that's correct. I don't know. this dot on OK. So basically this means when you click unlock, it'll unlock it, and then it'll trigger, it'll call on OK click. On OK click will emit the OK event and then hide the dialog. Over here, if the user doesn't own the image, then we're going to create this thing. And then own OK, so this means that they purchased it. Maybe I think maybe a more elegant way would just be to say this dot user owns image equals true, and then call itself this dot image. So then I don't have redundant logic. So if you purchase the image, in the image gallery, we now mark the image as owned. And do I also need to load the HD image? Yeah, let's just do that. This dot load HD image. This will set user owns image to true. And we're going to async this, because I want to make sure that we don't trigger like image until load HD image is true. Because load HD image is going to set us as owning it. Yes. What the frick? All right. Refresh. So here's an image. Here's an image that I do not own, and I want to like it. Like image. You've not unlocked this image. Unlock this image to access like and add the image to custom collections on your profile. Unlock image. And nothing. So let's check the console. And nothing. So I don't think it's actually hooked up. Unlock it. Unlock image. Unlock. Oh, I'm not passing in the current image ID. I had this problem already. Jesus Christ. Component props. I'm always like, oh, I don't need these props. Current image ID. Current image ID. Okay. Now, if I unlock. Are you serious? I think. Come on. Come on. Come on, baby. Unlock. Okay. You own the 4K download, and you can edit it. Nice. Nice. All right. Favorites are working. Let's go. Favorites are working. I have the image request page working, but I don't actually need it hooked up anywhere yet. It was more of practice, like setting up the right API endpoints. That was kind of the point. So my next step. All right, let's take a look at the Trello because I'm actually happy with the image gallery. All the buttons are doing what they're supposed to be doing. You can like things. I would like to be, when I'm on my profile page, I would like to be able to copy a link. I need a button that, I need a like a link button, like a link. Or like a external link. Is that it? Yeah, that's fine. So on the image request card, on the back button, can I dot row and then make this just link? And that's going to take me to the image, the specific image request. This is the image request link. Yeah. So I need to go to request page. Yeah. So now methods, go to request page, const short ID equals long ID to short this.creation.id. Yeah, exactly. And then when I click this, oh, there's no request, route data, image request. Request, and it's request short ID. Wow. It freaking works. And when I click this, yeah, I need to hook that up. Maybe I should use a different icon. Yeah, maybe I should use the edit icon. That actually would make a lot of sense to use the edit icon here. And then it would, when you're on this page and you click that button, it's actually going to take you back to the create page. When you're on the create page, it just updates the thing. Yeah. And I already set up the create page to be able to load prompt data from an image ID, but not from a request ID. So we got to hook that up. But I'm not worried about it. All right. Another break. Be back in a bit. Yeah. So on the request page, when you click, I'm going to change this because I think it's confusing. Request, image request card. It's back, but I think it should be edit. Yes, it should be edit. So we have edit and we have link. And when you're on the set request, this dot emit set request. So when you're on the image request page and we get an event of set request edit there, go to edit on create page, something like that. Mounted edit on create page, which is going to, let's just make sure that works. Set request. Edit on create page. So click this, edit on create page. So we are here. So when we get this, and I need on the create page, I need an ability to, do I really want to do that? Then I need to URL encode and URL decode. I guess it's okay. What is ATOB? Request data should be decoded from URL encoding. You? No, what is you? How to URL encode / decode a JSON object. Convert the JSON object to a string. Use encode URI component. This is what I have to do over here. So const encoded request equals. Exactly. Request data. Create request. Encoded request. Create query. Create request. Yes. So basically this encodes it as a string that's safe to put in the URL, and then puts that and then pushes us to the create page with that data in the URL. And then over here we have to catch it basically. So we say this dot set request if to object. I want to make a, basically I want to make a copy. I want to make a copy. If request.seed. Yeah. And then what is this dot creation dot request? Nope, we're going to send in request. Yes. I don't want to include the seed. I don't want to include the seed. So actually, I think I already do this, but just to be safe, edit on create page. Create request, encoded request. And then over here, we have encoded request data. something like that. We're very close. So if I click edit here, that is not correct. Request data. Wow, that's nice. So this and this button, we're already on this page, so this button doesn't really do anything. So if we're on, can we just say hide link button? Hide link button. Or maybe, yeah, just image request card props. Yeah. My creations, and these all have links. So I click the link, it takes me to the creation page. I can hit edit and it takes me here. Now if I hit edit on here, it doesn't work because I need to because it depends, it's like it depends on what page you're on, you know. So, edit on create page. So for now, I'm just going to copy and paste this, but this could be turned into a function. I'm just not going to think through it right now. So on the creations page, I have the image request card. When I click at set request, I like to spell it that way. When I get the at set request, edit on create page. Edit on create page. Request data any. And image request card, when you emit set request, all the request data is there. So I've got the request data here. Can I type this? What is the type? Request this dot creation, created item is of type create image request. Boom. So if there's no to object, it's like, oh, it's the same. You can just copy and paste the function. It's not a problem. And then it's like, oh, it's not the same because I actually need to pull the data through. So now when I click edit, it should just work. Yep. Wow, that is awesome. And if I click edit here, it includes the seed. Check this out. Marketing is about to kick off. All right. So the link button takes you to the page for this particular request, and this is shareable. If I don't own it, it doesn't show me the prompt or the model. It only tells me the aspect ratio. And I could add a button like, hey, if you want to see the prompt and model, then you can unlock it. This button is going to be disabled. Or when you click it, I need to give you a notification. Yeah, that would be even better. So when you're on the creations page, when you're on the image, yeah. Can I do it on the card itself? Card, image request card. So on the image request card, there's edit. We have the edit, we have the set request. If there's no if we're not logged in, do this. Else, do this. So if we're not logged in, this button dialog.create. No. Title. Or if this dot creation dot request dot prompt, what is the prompt in this case? Like the prompt is just an empty string. Is that what I'm saying? Oh. Oh, what's going on? Oh, okay. So, what is prompt? What is prompt? Prompt is undefined, actually. If but according to the type, prompt can't be undefined. Created item dot request. It's because I'm deriving it from, yeah. I'm not gonna mess with that right now. So this dot creation dot request dot prompt equals undefined. So it's possible if I'm not, let's just say, because if I'm not logged in, it's going to be undefined. Image gallery. Watch. If there is, if this dot user auth dot logged, if we're not logged in, just don't do anything. Yeah. If we're not logged in, this buttons don't. That's interesting. Log in to purchase images. Yeah, like image, edit image, download image, share. At least I can share with a free account. Yes, that's exactly. You can share it. That's it. Image gallery. Image gallery. Now, why is that not working? Did I forget to hook up the close button? after all that, it's yeah. Okay, so when I click this, login required, you need to be logged in to view the request details. But so now let's try on a request that I did not make. So like this request. Or how do I get to the request? I think, okay, I'm getting like into the weeds. It's getting a little late to be getting that deep into the weeds. But basically, if request.prompt is undefined, it's either because you're not logged in or you haven't purchased it. You need to be logged in to view the request details. This user auth dot logged in if we're not logged in, show me this message. Error. You need to purchase at least one image. You need to unlock at least one image in this request to view the request details. Yep, that's exactly. Yeah. So, if the creation request prompt is undefined, it means that we're either not logged in or we don't own it. If it is defined, then push us forward. Yeah. Oh, I need to hook that up. Yeah, so there's just like some stuff that needs to be hooked up now, but we're making good progress. Nice. That should be an easy fix. So on the create creations page, we have the created image cards, show gallery. It's that simple. Oh. Did I put it backwards? Show image IDs. Come on, baby. Ooh, you love to see it. So these are images I've unlocked, and I can go through and favorite them. Some of them I've already favorited. Yeah. All right, I have to go and update the database. improve creations page. And I've improved my sync script. So my sync script is updating the database and etc. And now if I go to alpha.fiddl.art, I should be able to ooh. It's loading. My poor internet. Whoa. Whoa. Is this just my internet being slow? Oh no. I need to include, oh, there it goes. Okay. Unlock. Nice. It works. It's live and it works. Okay. That's a good stopping point for tonight. We can pull up Trello. I added favorites and edit button. Also improved all the code related to the image gallery component. Boom. Pages for individual request and images. I don't have a page for images. Maybe I don't need one. I think the image page is just the request page, but it shows a large preview, but it auto loads a specific index image when you open the page. We'll think about it. Yeah, that's a fairly easy one. That's a fairly easy one. Promo codes. That's going to be important. That would be a good one to do tomorrow. Promo codes. This is high priority, but it's a really big one, so I want to knock out a few small things first. Generating sample images. I would like to do this. Search would be cool. Social proof. Now that I have the event stuff, showing events wouldn't be very difficult. It's probably a few hours of work. Making the account profile image the referrer. Yeah, this is like I should be able to knock out a lot of this. Each user should be able to choose a particular seed. Done. Add bot protection. This is part of that. Search, I would like it to be purchase prints, OAuth. Okay. logging off.